Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Zoom98 from Meletrix, and other than going into what you've received in the box, I'm just going to be going straight into what I liked and disliked about this keyboard kit. With the starting price of $179 and can go up depending on what color and weight or what mode you choose. The color I have here today is the blush pink, and I'm going to be using the Wookiee Studios Marandi switches with their Wookiee Studios Irish keycap set as well. This keyboard kit comes with the kit itself, a hot swap south facing PCB with an LCD display, but you can buy other kits for this, either a knob kit or some just extra switches kit or a badge kit for that spot, so you definitely have a lot of customizability. The base kit comes with a polycarbonate plate, but I believe you can buy an extra plate if that's not what you'd like. With all that being said, let's just get straight into the pros. So the pros of this keyboard are probably the feel and sound. They both sound good and feel good. There is a decent amount of flex in mine, and of course that can obviously change depending on how much foam that you include or remove from this keyboard kit. I like to use case and plate foam, so that's what I used, but the fact that this comes with 3 pieces of foam is also great. Now if you don't want to use the internal weight, they also give you foam for that to replace it, and if you don't have the wireless version, they include foam to cover up those holes where the batteries would go if you had it in wireless mode, so very thoughtful on their end. The sound wise, obviously that is probably personal preference, but I do think it sounds very nice. Zoom keyboards are known for sounding deep, so if you're not a big fan of the thockier keyboards like people say, then this one probably might not be for you, but me personally, I did enjoy the sound signature that I got out of it. Another pro would actually have to be the stabilizers. Usually Meletrix does not include good stabilizers, but that is not the case with this one. They are great right out of the box. They were wire balanced perfectly, and the stems are wholly modded already for you, so you don't actually have to perform that mod at all, which is great for me because I suck at doing that mod. Now, the last pro I have for this keyboard is of course the fact that this does have an 1000 Hz polling rate right out of the box, which means if you're looking for gaming purposes, then this could be a good keyboard to get. Now when it comes to the cons, I really think the biggest thing holding this keyboard back is the build process. It was quite annoying and had a lot of screws that could be easily lost in the process. Now you are given extras, but you're only given a couple of extras. So when building this, please keep in mind to keep them organized, because they use different screws for different parts, and in order to put the weight, you have to screw it in from the back part of the keyboard, which can be a hassle if you forget to, like I did, and wait till the last second to put in the weight. You have to take off the internal weight, and then you have access to the screw holes that screw in the outside weight. Make sure to install the weight first before proceeding with anything else, which I know sounds weird, but that's just kind of how they do it here. So I was not a big fan of that, as the weight can get smudges on it because of this, and just the overall build process was not that enjoyable. There's a lot of stuff that needed to be done, and coming from a Cycle 7, this felt like a big hassle. And I wanted to point out also that one of the stabilizer screw holes, when you're screwing them into the PCB, did not let me use an O-ring because the screw was too close to a hot swap socket. Kind of a small mistake, but I thought I'd still point it out. Now my last con has to be with the LED indicator above the arrow keys. Now the reason why this one isn't really important, but I still thought I'd say it, is because they are thankfully changing it to a different logo. They are changing it to their Zoom telescope logo, which will look a lot better, because this RGB dot thingy just looks super out of place and a bit weird. I'm really happy that they're changing that. I just hope that the RGB is diffused evenly throughout that logo and doesn't have any dead spots, as the one I have here does not have that logo, so I cannot say if it does or not. Other than that, here is a sound test of how this keyboard sounds. But yeah, overall this keyboard has a lot going for it, and if you're willing to put in the time and effort it takes to building this, then I do think it is worth checking out, as it sounds good and feels good. It's just the process it takes to get there can be quite the hassle. I'll be leaving the link to the Zoom98 mechanical keyboard in the description below, and let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.